So 6:30 here in Les Sables d'Olonne. It's our Vendée Flash this evening, and the front of the fleet, well, it's getting closer all the time. Charlie Dallin is catching up a little bit with Yannick Bestaven. Yannick Bestaven playing chicken, as I said, with the Antarctic exclusion zone. He was within 3.5 miles earlier on today. It's all about staying in the south, as close to the ice exclusion zone as possible, trying to stay in the best breeze. And if Bestaven can get away, as Charlie Dallin said earlier on in the day, there's a chance of that 90 miles extending to perhaps 900 miles. So we're going to watch that over the next coming days. Boris Herrmann catching up a few miles over the course of the day in fourth place. But the day really has been a little bit of the Pip and Didac show. Didac Costa celebrating his 40th birthday, passing across Cape Lewin later today. And Pip here crossed earlier. And this is Pip's passage across the second Great Cape of the Vendée Globe course.
Okay, folks. I am about to pass my second Cape. And you might be forgiven if you didn't know where it was. I had to look it up. So, small geography lesson. Cape Lewin is the most southwest point of Australia. It's at 115 degrees and 13 minutes east, and I am about to pass it. Let's move over to the GPS live. Can you bear the tension? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, my second Cape. Boom, I've reached Australia.
Indeed, boom. Pip here getting across their second Great Cape on board Medallia. And Didac Costa expecting to get across later on in the evening. So let's look at their rankings at 6 o'clock this evening. Yannick Bestaven leading by 73.4 miles. Charlie Dallin's done 293 miles in the last 24 hours compared with 253 for Bestaven. That denotes the catch up a little bit by Charlie. Thomas Riong is now 154.4 miles behind. Boris Herrmann is in fourth, but he is the quickest of the top five, doing 15.1 knots on the 30-minute speed gun into 6 o'clock this evening. He is 75 miles ahead now of Jean Le Cam, and Jean Le Cam in turn is 6 miles ahead of Benjamin Dutreux, and that top group really still very, very close, 365 miles between the top six. And we could see that compressing further. Further down the table, well, we're looking at that group with Arnaud Boissé, Pip here, Stéphane de Raison, Didac Costa and Manu Cousin, all within 465 miles, 17th or 16th to 20th. And that's a very close race and as exciting as it is at the front of the fleet. Further down the table, we have Kojiro Shiraishi in 22nd, but the key thing for him just now is he's doing 18.3 knots this evening. Miranda Merrin a little bit more sedate in 23rd, doing 10.9, but she is also in a nice group of 4 boats with Alexia Barry, Clement Giraud, all close together and having a good race as well. And Ari Hosela, happy as ever, in 26th, doing 9 knots. So say that was Pip crossing the Great Cape earlier. This is her reflecting on a few moments of her personal time, shall we call it, on board Medallia earlier today.
It's a really lovely day out here today, and I'm just making the most of the fact that the deck is reasonably dry, and I've come outside to drink a cup of tea and just chill out a bit, look at the ocean and just enjoy being here without it feeling like I'm under attack from the waves. There's still some big swell and it's coming in 2 different directions, but yeah, it's not breaking over the bow, so it is pretty dry. I've learned that, you know, we've got these really intense periods of hard sailing, which takes it out of you, and you kind of think, I'm not doing a lot. Why am I why am I tired? Why is this taking it out of me? But I guess it's just the intensity of it, and you know, my mind is working all the time, and the boat's just surging and rushing and banging, and so I suppose it's just tiring you in a way that is don't immediately recognise. So these days, not only, you know, of course they're really important for maintenance. I need to get the boat back up to scratch again before it gets big breeze. But also, you know, I'm learning that I need to just give myself a little bit of time on these days too. And actually just coming out here, chilling, looking at the waves and doing nothing in particular. It's okay, I give myself permission. And I don't do that often. But it is a nice day.
Indeed, a nice day on board Medallia with Pip here. Join us tomorrow for our Vendée Live at 12:30 UTC, 13:30. Any questions, do put them on our social media channels on Facebook, on Twitter, Twintagram and Instaface. You know the channels anyway. Any questions, do post them for us and join us tomorrow.